breaks during the final, after 8 legs and after 15 legs. It's going to be a bit of an arm wrestle, 42. I think, during this first little session, this first 8 legs of the match. Normally so prolific on the 180 is Gary Anderson, but not so in the 4 matches so far. I think 13 of 14, that's all.
And his best was 5 in the first game against Justin Pipe in just 10 legs.
140.
So.
Yeah, just 3 in his semi-final.
Yep, so 13 in total.
Mind you,
yeah. 140.
I thought he was going to deliver a slap round the chops to us, but having the temerity to suggest he wasn't hitting many maximums.
99. Gary, you require 140.
First to 13 to win a major PDC title. Is this the moment
100.
for Anderson? Or is it the moment for Taylor to rediscover that winning feeling, which he's missed so much over the last 6 months or so?
140. Gary, you require
Anderson
40.
Coming back for double top. Not on the radar. That's in the vicinity.
No score.
Can't afford to do that.
You require 80.
Afford to do that. Because you just know what will happen.
Double 10.
Game shot on the 4th leg. Bill Taylor. This leg is Phil the thrill first. Game on.
Predicted that Taylor would take that out, and he did it with a minimum of fuss, didn't he?
Well, Gary Anderson won't win this final or any other major final if he makes mistakes like those, not against the highest caliber of player. And after getting back into the match with a 1-2-1 on the ball to break the Taylor throw, I mean, 99. That should have been elementary. I don't know if it was the pressure of the situation or the fact that the first dart was so far off the target that he started panicking and missed the next 2.
140.
But they were 3 poor darts at tops, which has been pretty good to him, I have to say, over the last 4 days.
Rod Harrington was talking earlier about these finishes of around about 80, 96, 76. And Taylor's percentage of taking them out is higher than anyone else. And that's why he wins. Those are the kind of finishes that win titles. The 161, the 170 grab the headlines, but it's those basic 3 and 2 darters that do the job. There's a very decent 3 darter from Gary Anderson. First maximum of the final.
Well, I think he needs to hold Taylor and just keep hanging on and keep close and hope that Taylor loses a little bit of focus and concentration. But those missed doubles.
165.
Wow. A 180 followed by a 165. Quite brilliant. Now, as far as Anderson is concerned, I guess that was the easy bit. The hard bit's coming up, and as we saw in his semi-final, he doesn't like it too much over this side of the board.
Double 8. Well, have a try at the other board, the side of the board. Double 4. Anderson breaks.
6 leg is carried it through.
There's only been one hold, hasn't there, Stu? Yeah. Right, say the first leg of the match, and then the rest of them have been against the darts.
Yeah. 3-2 to Taylor. It could easily be 3-2 to Anderson, 4-1 to Anderson, or 4-1 to Taylor.
Well,
it's 2-0 to Anderson in terms of maximums. I can tell you that.
But
well, normally those are perfect, aren't they, for Taylor? Maybe the second one was a fraction, a smidgen higher than he would have liked. He loves to line them up on the bottom wire of the big red treble.
81.
Yeah, did well there. Forced that dart through the middle. For me, Taylor just looks more comfortable on the hockey.
140.
More precise, if you like.
Well, the difference between what he was doing at the start of the match against King when he was getting a fearful battering. The end of it was stark.
140.
You have to hand it to him to come from 5-0 and 6-1 down in a race to 10. Takes a lot of composure and of confidence and of courage in a sporting sense.
99. Can you require 100?
Time to level it up, Stu. 3 apiece.
He may go for 2 double tops. No, he didn't on that occasion, and I wonder why. And he just hit a 2. That was terrible, terrible from Anderson, who could lose another leg that he looked certain to win. But every time he has 100, if memory serves me right, if he hits a single, he'll go for double top. So
54.
I don't know why he changed his mind.
You require 73.
Let's see what happens here.
Well, that's treble 7, 52 left, so 12 tops for Gary Anderson, or 20 double 16, but he's a tops man. Tops it is to tie the scores at 3 each.
33.
He's been way off on that tops in the last
68.
few attempts. Way off.
And you, as I mentioned in the last leg where Anderson threw, you just know what's going to happen, don't you? You're only going to have one dart at it. Doesn't often miss.
Game shot on the 6th leg.
Hasn't
Phil
missed.
Taylor.
Phil Taylor punishes Gary Anderson again for a missed dart and a double. Keeps doing it. And in the end, it will grind anybody down. It's like your old pal Ricky Hatton, Stuart, keeps belting you in the kidneys with those body shots. Eventually you can take no more and you keel over.
But in the 5th leg, sorry, in the 4th leg, he only got 1 dart and a double from 121. In that leg, he had 1 dart and a double from 100. And Taylor misses rarely.
121.
He's disgusted with himself there, Taylor, because the 3rd dart was well away from the target. Yet to hit a maximum in the final, the power. Anderson
100.
with a brace, with Taylor with the lead of 2 clear legs, 4-2. 1st to 13. Taylor looking to win this Players' Championship Finals trophy for the 2nd time. He won the inaugural event in 2009. He lost in the semi last year to Paul Nicholson. Oh, well, Anderson can fill his boots and fill the bed here. Fill your wellies, Gary.
180.
180 for maximum for Anderson, his 3rd in the match. But Taylor looking at a ton to go 5-2 up. 2 tops here for Taylor. Yeah, I think he likes the... well, he didn't like the line, the treble, went for 2 tops.
60.
He's left himself tops. Here's that 1-2-1 from Anderson. We saw him take it out in leg 3.
Treble 17 needed. Nowhere near.
His
finishing has let him down, Anderson. Taylor's finishing is winning him this final.
Game shot on the 7th leg.
All right.
Phil Taylor. 8th leg is Gary through first. Game
Clear
on.
daylight, worrying times for Anderson and his supporters. He's perfectly capable of stringing multiple legs together, Gary Anderson. We know that. 2 nice starts in the treble 19, but you know, when Taylor starts pulling 4 or 5 legs ahead, it starts to look a very, very difficult task.
Well, I think here Anderson has to win this leg. Last leg before the break. If he goes in at 5-3, he's hanging on to Taylor's coattails. 6-2 and 2 breaks a throw down, and
60.
It's a long way back. And I'm not sure at the moment that Anderson believes, more importantly.
Well, certain similarities at this stage with the UK final back in Bolton in the summer.
96.
When the match started, Taylor had a little bit of difficulty with Dennis Ovens in the semi that day, hadn't he? And the match started, I think everyone thought Anderson was well capable of running Taylor close, and he didn't. He's going to have to keep doing that, but as you've rightly pointed out, Stuart, he's going to have to start doubling out a lot better. He's hit 4 maximums and still only won a couple of legs.
4 maximums in the last 4 legs. And crucially, Rod, Anderson hasn't yet held his throw in this final. The 2 legs he's won have been against the throw.
83.
He has to, simply has to win this leg, I think.
Well, he's got 6 darts from here, and if he fails from here, he's going to be disappointed. Double 8 for a big 127. Well, he's going to be back. He's going to be back for double 4. But we've seen him miss 3 at a double, 3 clean darts and a double before in this final. It's important that he stops the rot here.
131. Got to require.
It's now or never, isn't it, for Anderson?
Game shot of the
He had to do that.
Gary Anderson.
His throw for the first time in this final. Anderson will feel it should be 4-all. Ifs and buts and coulds and shoulds against Phil Taylor are par for the course in big finals. As it is, it's 5-3. Anderson's still very much in it. We'll be back soon for more of the 2011 Players' Championship Final.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 9th leg, it's Phil to throw first. Game on.
Welcome back to the Dome in Doncaster, where Phil Taylor leads Gary Anderson in a race to 13 legs. He has 5. Anderson, perhaps crucially, won the final
41.
leg before the break, and with Taylor going off with 41, chance for Gary Anderson.
Well, good adjustment onto the treble.
123.
With the story of the final so far, the reason Taylor's leading is that Anderson has missed key doubles at important times. And every time
97.
Anderson has missed, Taylor has hit. He's been lethal on the doubles, Phil Taylor. Anderson been pretty good on the trebles.
Yep, 4 maximums and a 1-2-1 checkout. So